Hello everyone, welcome back to the series of video lecture on the subject English for Skill Enhancement. I am Arif Ahammed. I teach English in the Department of SNH, MLR Institute of Technology. So today I would be talking about or discussing about future tense. If you remember in the previous, 3-4 lectures we are talking about other like simple. First we actually saw how the different aspects of present tense like present tense, and then we got to know about the 4 different aspects of past tenses. Now it's the time for future tense, right? So let's see the overview of today's lecture. What are the things that we are going to cover? Structure of different aspect of future tense. So as usual, first we'll be talking about different aspects of future tense and their structure, how like to construct sentences in those different 4 aspects of future tense. And then we'll be also dealing with the or checking the usages of different aspects of future tense. What are their usages? See, fine. So the first thing is future tense. So what is future tense in general? As the name itself suggests, it is used for sentences with a future sense. If we want to convey a future sense, then obviously we are supposed to use future tense. Now there are 4 different aspects of future tense. We need to pick which aspect is fit for which situation, right? See, one simple example is England will lose the match tomorrow. I'm hopeful. Let's see. So, England will lose the match tomorrow. So, I'm talking about a future event here, right? A future sense. So, I'm using which tense? Simple future tense. Now, let's see. The first aspect is simple future tense. What is their structure? Very common and easy. Subject plus will and then verb. Verb would be always in V1 form only. Please remember, no need to change the form of the verb here. V1 and then object. I will go for a movie this week. I'll go for a movie this weekend. Right? Next one, please. Yes. I will go for a movie this weekend. Now, this is the structure. This is pretty simple. There is no space for getting confused. Now, let's see the usage, the most important part. Where are we supposed to use simple future tense? See, there are many usages. Let's see the most important one. To express a voluntary action offer. Now, if let's say I am offering a voluntary actions, okay, or I am offering something spontaneously, I am supposed to use simple future tense. See, I will help you with your homework. She will carry the bags for you. So it's voluntary thing, voluntary actions or a kind of offer. So I will help you with your homework. I am offering you something. I am using which tense? I will help. Simple future tense. Fine. Second one, to express a promise or assurance. If I want to promise something, if I want to assure something also, I'm supposed to use simple future tense. See here, I will never leave you. A promise, assurance. Which tense I'm using? Subject will plus V1 form. Subject will plus V1 form. We will return your call as soon as possible. See, I am just putting a promise or assurance. I'm just expressing an assurance. That's why I'm using simple future tense. To express a prediction or guess. If we want to express a prediction or guess also, we use simple future tense. See, when talking about something, it will rain tomorrow. It's a simple prediction or guess, right? So I'm using which tense again? Future simple tense. Subject will plus V1. To express a future fact of certainty. Okay, of certainty, not or. So if we're talking about a future act which is certain, then also we can use simple future tense. The sun will rise at 6 a.m. This is a certain event. This is going to happen. So which tense I am using? I am using simple future tense. Winter will begin in December. Again, certain. It's almost, not almost, it's certain. Winter will begin in December. So which tense I am using? Simple future tense. Subject will plus V1. Fine. Now, there are a few more usages. To express a decision made at a moment of speaking. If I want to talk about a decision that was made at the time of speaking. Now, when the decision was made? At the time, at the moment of speaking. See here. I am tired. I think I'll go to bed. So I was talking with someone, and then at that moment only I made a decision. Which one is the decision? That I will go to bed. So this decision, in order to express or describe the decision, see which tense I am using? I think I will go to bed. I will go. Future, simple future tense. To make or request or invitation, for an invitation also. To make a request or invitation also, we use simple future tense. Will you come to the party? See here. I am inviting someone, or I am just making a request, right? Will you help me move this table? A request here. Here it is an invitation. Which tense I am using? It's simple future tense only. Will you come? Now you have to understand here, because it's an interrogative sentence, so will is coming first. Otherwise, in normal sentence, you, subject, and then will. But in interrogative sentence, will comes first, right? Now, to express inevitability, if I want to talk about an inevitability, something that is going to happen, sooner or later he will realize the truth. See, to express about or to talk about inevitability also, we are using which tense? Simple future tense. He will realize the truth. In first conditional sentences also we use this simple future tense. See, this is the first conditional sentences. If it rains, we will cancel the party. See, this is an example of first conditional sentence. Which tense I'm using? We will cancel. Simple future tense. Fine. So these are the usages of simple future tense. Now let's come to the second aspect of future continuous tense. Future tense, that is future continuous tense. So what is future continuous tense? What is the structure first? Subject plus will plus be plus, again in continuous tense is there, you can see. So verb will always be with an ing before, and then object. See the example. This time next week they will be traveling. They will be traveling to Japan, right? So which tense it is? Future continuous tense. Now let's see the usages of simple future continuous tense. What are the usages? The first one is to describe an action that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. So if I'm talking about a future event that would be in progress at a specific time in the future, then I am supposed to use which tense? Future continuous tense. See here, at 8 p.m. tonight. So tonight means future. At a particular point means, at a particular time means at 8 p.m. something will happen. So to talk about that something, that particular event, we are supposed to use future continuous tense. See here, that's why I'm using future continuous tense here. I will be watching a movie. I, subject, will be before. Fine. To indicate that a longer action will be interrupted by a shorter future action. So if I'm talking about two future events, which would be, out of the two future event, one would be a longer event, one would be a shorter event, and that longer event would be interrupted or stopped by a shorter event. So in those cases, to describe that kind of scenario also, we are supposed to use future continuous tense. I will be sleeping when you arrive. See here, longer event, which the event which would be interrupted. To talk, to describe that particular event, I am using which tense? Future continuous tense. See, next usage, to politely ask or inquire about someone's future plan. So if we want to talk, like ask someone politely about his or her future plan, then also we use future continuous tense. Will you be using the car tomorrow? Politely I'm asking about her future plan or his future plan. Will she be attending the meeting? Again, politely I'm asking about someone's plan, future plan. So I'm using which tense? Perfect continuous tense. Now, because it's interrogative sentence, you see, will is coming first. Will you, then be, then V4. Fine. I hope it's clear. Now let's see the other usages. To emphasize planned or expected ongoing future activity. So if we want to emphasize on a future activity which is planned and ongoing activity. See the example here. Don't worry, I will be waiting for you at the station. I will be waiting for you at the station. It would be an ongoing event, right? Planned event. So I am using which tense? Future continuous tense. To predict or guess what might be happening right now or in the near future. So if I want to predict something what is going to happen right now or in near future, then also I am supposed to use future continuous tense. They will be arriving at the airport any minute now. So it's about an immediate future event that would be happening. That's why they will be arriving at the airport. Future continuous tense. To express future actions that are already scheduled or decided. If I'm talking about a future actions which are already scheduled or decided, Tomorrow I'll be meeting with the client at 10 a.m. Tomorrow I'll be meeting with the client at 10 a.m. It's already planned, scheduled, right? That's why I'm using which tense. I will be meeting. Perfect. Sorry, future continuous tense. Fine. Now, let's see the future perfect tense. Now, the third aspect of future tense, that is future perfect tense. What is future perfect tense? First, let's see the structure. Subject plus will plus have, and then verb past participle. What is past participle means? It's V3. As you know, whenever you will see like continuous, you can understand that verb would be always in V4 form. Similarly, in perfect tense, in whichever, it can be present perfect, past perfect, future perfect. In all perfect tense, the verb would be in which format? V3 format, right? It is called past participle. See the example. At 4 o'clock, I will have been in this office for 24 hours. I will have, then been is nothing but the third form of be, right? V3 form. In the office for 24 hours. So the structure is clear. Now let's see the usages. To describe an action that will be completed before a specific time in the future. So in order to describe an action that would be completed at a particular moment or at a specific time in the future. You see, by next year, at a specific moment in the future, I will have graduated from college. So this is the event that will be happening at a particular moment or specific time in future. Which tense I am using? Future perfect tense. I will have graduated. Fine. Next usage. To show that something will happen before another future action or event. So if I'm talking about, I'm dealing with two future events, and one event would be happening before another event. So to talk about the first action, we use which? Future perfect tense. He will have left before you arrive. So which one will be taking place first? This act. This part, which tense I'm using? Future perfect tense. He will have left before you arrive. Fine. Now, last two usage. Sorry. To express assumptions or speculation about a past action. So if we are talking about, like, if we want to express our assumptions or speculation about a past action, okay, viewed from the future. So, but I'm talking about it in future, like from future. See, she will have reached home by now. She will have reached home by now. He will have already submitted the application. So I'm talking about an assumption, okay, or a speculation about a past actions. To talk about the duration of an action up to a point in the future. See the example. By next month, up to a point in the future. Duration of an action. They will have lived here for 10 years. So duration of an action. Which tense I'm using? Future perfect tense. Fine. This already I have spoken about. Now the last aspect of future tense, that is future perfect continuous. So continuous tense, you can see verb would be always in V4 form. Now see the structure in detail. Subject, then will plus have plus been plus V4 and object. The sentences would be, because there are many things, obviously the sentences would be little longer, right? So you can see here example. I will have been cooking dinner for an hour. When you get home, subject will have been V4. Dinner for an hour. So this is the example of structure, how to construct a sentence which is in future perfect continuous tense. Now let's see the usage of future perfect continuous tense. To show the duration of an action up to a specific point in the future. If you're talking about duration of an action up to a specific point in the future. Specific point in the future. By next month, I will have been working here for 5 years. I, subject, will have been V4. Fine. 2. Describe an ongoing future activity that ends before another future event. So if you are talking about an ongoing future activity that ends before another future activity. See the example. When you get home, I will have been cooking dinner for an hour. So this is what? It describes a process that will be ongoing and will end just before or when another action happens. So this is the ongoing activity, cooking, and that will get over just during this time when this action will take place. When you get home, I will have been cooking dinner for an hour. Fine. Now, to express cause and effect in the future, if we talk about the cause and effect kind of thing in future, then also we use this perfect continuous tense. He will be tired because he will have been running all the morning. Cause and effect in the future. Why he would be tired? Because he will have been running all the morning. Effect, cause, and this is the effect. So see here which tense I'm using. He will have been running all morning. He will have been plus V4. Perfect continuous, future perfect continuous. Fine. So let's see the next usage. To make assumptions about the present in future context. So if we want to talk about or make an assumption about a present, about the present in a future context. See the example. At 9 p.m., she will have been working for 12 hours straight. So I'm making an assumption. What will happen at 9 p.m. at a particular point? She will have been working for 12 straight hours. So subject, see, I'm using perfect continuous tense. In question, to ask about the duration of a future action. So when we frame a question to talk or to ask about the duration of a future action, then also we use this future perfect continuous tense. How long will you have been living here by next year? So I am framing a question for what? To ask about the duration of a future action. So what was the act, future act? Living, act of living. So this part I am using, see, I'm using which tense here? Future perfect continuous tense. How long will is coming before because it's an interrogative sentence. Will you, then have been before, right? So I hope this is clear. Now so this is over. Past perfect continuous tense also we have seen the usages of past perfect continuous tense also. Okay? Past continuous we already discussed about. Fine. So what are the things that we got to know for today's lecture? We got to know about here in this lecture future tense, and we got to know about 4 different aspects of future tense as well as their structure and usage, right? So very simple, 4 aspects of future tense we got to know. This is not past continuous, future tense, right? Future tense. And what exactly did you get to know? The 4 aspects, their structure as well as the usage, which are the particular instances or context in which we are supposed to use the different aspect of future tenses. So I hope it's clear. With this, we come to an end of tense, like the tense, all the 3 tense with all their 4 aspects are over. Okay, now tense is very important. Please, I would advise you guys to go back, go through the previous lectures and just practice as much as possible. But before start practicing, please have a clear idea about structure of all the aspects, like 12 aspects of different tenses, and also the usage of those 12 different aspects of tenses. Thank you everyone for being with me. I'll meet with you again with the next topic. Thank you everyone.